Coronavirus. Conchita Speaks Out. MIRJANA ends messages. 3/19/2020 on the Tomah. Welcome to ProLifeForMankind.com. My name is Ellie. I want to talk to you today about connections between 3/19/2020 on the Tilma and the historic pandemic we're experiencing with the coronavirus, and how this date on the Tilma is connected to 3/19/2020 when Conchita spoke out, and when 3/18, the day before this year on the Tilma, MIRJANA Medjugorje reveals that the monthly messages have ended from the Virgin Mary. So first we're going to take a look at the years on the Tilma and the date 3/19/2020. Now this discovery shows prophecy. Division is occurring right now as we speak. This division is between the goats and the sheep, and you can see this on the Tomb of Guadalupe. My book shows this division. Who are the goats? Well, today we can see it more evident in the party of death, the Democrats. And we see the sheep in the party that promotes life and marriage between one man and one woman. That represents the sheep, the Republican Party. This division is really going on right now. And right now, with this coronavirus, God is sifting every individual right now. He's sifting the church, the two churches, the church of Laodicea, the lukewarm church, with the church of Philadelphia, the church of holy love. So the two churches are being sifted right now by God himself. We're being divided through this quarantine. And God is seeing who really loves him, who really is faithful to him. The lukewarm church isn't going to carry the way that Mass has been canceled, that the sacraments are no longer available, that you can't receive confession, that you can't go and worship God now like as you want to, that you can't receive communion. The lukewarm church does not care, but the Church of Philadelphia will remain faithful through this trial. So God is definitely sifting his church. Make no mistake about that. Now I want to talk to you about the years 1903 to 2020 and the date 3/19/2020 on the Tomah. I originally found these years on the Tomah some time ago. The Tau, the 19th character of the Greek alphabet, the Gamma, the 3rd character of the Greek alphabet, the letter L, and the two upside down Y's, which are 2020. They're upsilons. They represent years, actually 117 years that we've had of God's mercy. He's been very merciful to us in these past 117 years. Now he also discovered some time ago the date 3/19/2020, but I wanted to stick to the years 1903 to 2020. But when I had gone to the Bringing America Back to Life conference, I got a confirmation there from someone that they had seen that date also, 3/19/2020, after I showed them the years that I found on the Tilma. So it seems that this Tilma not only shows us the last 100 years, which are 117, 1903 to 2020, but it also reveals a date, a specific date, 3/19/2020, which happens to be the feast of St. Joseph, the spouse of the Virgin Mary. And this time that we're in right now is one of the most trying times that America has and the world has ever known with the coronavirus. This pandemic is historic and unprecedented. Now this date, 3/19/2020, is almost exactly the same date when they called the coronavirus a pandemic, the World Health Organization and the CDC. They called it on 3/11/2020. That would be 8 days before 3/19/2020, the date which is found on the Tomb of Guadalupe. Now that's miraculous in my eyes. It's amazing, and only God could do that. Now, a day before March 19th, 2020, this happened. And this is also amazing. So, on March 18th, 2020, MIRJANA, the visionary of the Blessed Virgin Mary in the Bosnian town of Medjugorje, has said that Mary will no longer appear to her on the 2nd of every month as she has reportedly done monthly since 1987. Now this report of MIRJANA no longer receiving messages and running out crying after announcing this to the public should be a wake-up call to all of us that this is a sign from God, that He's doing something by stopping these messages which He was giving to MIRJANA since 1987. This coronavirus too should be a wake-up call. We should be taking it from the hands of God, that He's trying to get our attention. Through MIRJANA and the stopping of that message, which she has been receiving since 1987, and through the coronavirus pandemic, God is trying to get our attention. And through this date I found on the Tilma 3/19/2020, which is the feast day of Saint Joseph, and he is the spouse of the Virgin Mary. The years on the Tilma 1903 to 2020 show us that the time of mercy is coming to an end. The black horn you see there on the right is a sign of the coming of the age of Antichrist and the book of Revelation. So now another amazing connection I want to bring to your attention, that Conchita, visionary of Garabandal, speaks out on March 19, 2020, the date that was found on the Tomb of Guadalupe. Is that by chance? I believe no, it isn't. Again, God is trying to get our attention, and He's using visionaries to do it. He's using a date and the years I found on the Tomah to do it. So we're going to read about what Conchita, the Garabandal visionary, had to say. She's talking in regards to this message about the coronavirus pandemic and how God is using it to try to get our attention. So I'm going to read to you right now the message from Conchita, which was given on March 19, 2020. She says, God is detaching us from the securities of this world. In the silence of the church, in our house, we are now able to make an examination of conscience, so we can clean what prevents us from hearing the voice of God clearly. Then she goes on to say, with sincerity, we can ask God to tell us what He wants of us today, and continue to do that every day, and spend as much time as possible with God at church or somewhere in your home or where you find the silence. He is all we need. So, is there a connection between all these events? Ask yourself, do you think the 2020 historic coronavirus pandemic is by chance happening to the world right now? The whole world on lockdown, the shutting down of businesses, the stopping of the masses. Do you think that the years on the Tomb of Guadalupe, 1903 to 2020, and the date found, 3/19/2020, are just by chance? Or do you think that they could definitely be a sign? Do you think the message from Conchita on 3/19/2020, the Feast of Saint Joseph, is by chance? Do you think that God may be trying to get our attention through her message to wake up? Do you think that MIRJANA, Medjugorje, ending her monthly message the day before March 19th is a sign to the world that things are beginning to become more serious? Well, I want you to remember that MIRJANA, those two visionaries, are going to announce the illumination. MIRJANA will announce the illumination to the public in February, and Conchita will announce the miracle in April. The years are unknown. So the events are unraveling before our eyes, and these are not coincidences. Well, God bless. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, we're living in the last days. Pray fast and live a pure life. Give your heart to Jesus. God bless. And pray for an end to abortion.